What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole. I'm a person in recovery. My sobriety date, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole. I'm a person in recovery. My sobriety date. Recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole. I'm a person in recovery. Sorry, y'all. My sobriety date. Recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole. I'm a person in recovery. Sorry, y'all. My sobriety date. Recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. Sorry about that. So now I'm back on here. So if you guys want to come up and share, you can come up and share. So welcome, everyone. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here. I am ready and willing to do this live stream. And tonight, like I said, we're going to talk about post-acute withdrawal. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, I got sober in 2015. My recovery is really, really important to me. It's something that I hold near and dear to my heart. You know, it's not something that I take lightly. And so I really, really, really want you guys to understand that, like, I've been through post-acute withdrawal. I'm going to share some of the things that I experienced going through post-acute withdrawal, and hopefully it will help you on your journey. Okay. So, like I was saying, in 2015, I got sober from drugs and alcohol. I was a sneaky little girl, and when I was in treatment, I relapsed the first two weeks I was in treatment, and I relapsed on Xanax bars. Well, after I got caught, I got caught in treatment on the Xanax bars, and I came clean, and they took me off of them cold turkey. And that's when I experienced withdrawal from that, and then horrendous post-acute withdrawal. The reason why I say it was horrendous was because, I'm telling y'all what, I was so I had the worst, how do I say this? What is going on? I had the worst depression, anxiety, feelings of being overwhelmed. My skin was burning, and I truly believe that's because it was benzos that I was coming off of. If it had been anything else, I don't think it would have been as bad. I do think I experienced post-acute withdrawal from basically everything that I was coming off of. So it wasn't just coming off of benzos. So anyway, it took me about 8 months until I felt normal again. And I worked really hard. I went to therapy. I was in a recovery program. I was going to meetings. And so I was doing a whole bunch of stuff to improve my life. So I want you guys to know that if you're experiencing post-acute withdrawal, you're not alone. You're going to get through this. Just take a step back and breathe and know that you have support here. We will all support you, and we know what you're going through. Okay. So I know some of you guys wanted to come up and share. So I am going to go ahead and put the link to come up and share in the chat. So there you go. And also, I know some of you guys said you wanted to send $1 or something. So here is the PayPal if you are wanting to send $1 to your girl. Okay. Like I said, you don't have to. Don't get it twisted. It's just something people ask about, so I put it in there. Also, here is the link to our Patreon. There we go. Okay, there we go, guys. Okay, so if you want to come up and share, go ahead and click that link, and I will bring you up here, okay? All right, we already got a guest today. Hello, darling. How you doing, Brian? Hello? Oh, maybe I don't. Do I have my, let me see. Do I have my volume on? Oh, shoot. Can you hear me?
All right, let's see. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, I can't hear you, Nicole.
Can you hear me now? I don't know. Can you? Hello? Can you
I
hear me now?
still can't.
Huh. Can, check your volume.
Okay.
Check your volume on your phone. Oh, he'll be. Brian will be back. Come back to me when you, because I know you can hear me right here. Or Brian, get your earphones. Do you have some earphones for your phone? That will work too. And I'm going to bring you back on. Brian has been Brian has accomplished a lot of cool stuff in their recovery. So they're going to come up here and share all about all the things that they've been able to accomplish. And all of you guys are welcome to come up here and share things that you have accomplished in your recovery that you're proud of, because I'm proud of you too. I know how it is. Hey, David. So I guess I'll kind of share with you guys. So what else has been going on in my life? Life has been going good. I've just been trying to focus on, doing Christmas shopping and staying sober and taking care of my son. Today, my little boy had his two friends over and they had the best time, which that made me smile that he had his friends over. It's really, Nate being an only child, it's really fun. It's important to me for him to have his friends. Um, so they came over and played, and they played, their BB guns and all that kind of stuff. And y'all, when I tell you guys, these kids are jumping from the top of my stairs all the way to the bottom, jumping. Okay, let's try this again, my darling. Okay, here we go. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because this is weird because the link you sends me to my browser. So.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
Well, this time around, I've been in recovery for almost 6 months now. I've been involved with a local recovery organization, and I've been getting services through them, like you've talked about, like peer support specialists, like that kind of like peer support. Well, we call it CRS, Certified Recovery Specialists, and I've been going there for a while, ever since a guy named Carmen Carposi got a grant to expand his recovery organization and to actually make a recovery center where people can like drop in and there's meetings and there's so much activity. Well, it went through a little rough patch, and I came back once everything settled down, and I started like hardcore hitting recovery this time around. A lot different than what it has in the past for me. I've tried 12-step fellowships. I do still participate in some of them, but that's not all my recovery is based on, because that's not sufficient for me. I do like outpatient drug and alcohol therapy, mental health therapy. I'm a MAT patient, Vivitrol and medical, and this is one of the first recovery organization and the people that work in it that were actually supportive. They actually encouraged me to do what was best for me, even if that meant going outside of the traditional 12-step cookie cutter mode of
Right.
recovery, because that's what's prevalent in my state. Some areas are different, but mine is very heavily 12 step only type of recovery. We're just now starting to get advocates for harm reduction and those kinds of things. And that's what the recovery center's been really focusing on, because they have smart recovery, they have family groups, they have all recovery. They also have 12 steps that rent out their space to have their meetings. Well, eventually it got to the point where I wanted to start giving back, because that's one of the principles of the 12 step fellowships that I really liked and that I continue to incorporate, is giving back. And not just giving back to that particular 12 step program, but giving back to the community so that I could, make what they call a living amends.
Uh-huh.
Um, because I did some harm, especially to my kids, that I can't make up for, and I deeply regret it. But God, who's my higher power, has given me the ability to start doing good and to show my kids, whenever they do want to come back into contact with me, that I made the most of the time that we were separated, and I made the best decisions despite a bad situation.
Yeah.
And I had asked them, I was like, well, I want to start volunteering on Wednesdays after I come in for my sessions with my CRS. And he actually suggested, well, why don't you run the all recovery meeting on Wednesdays? And I'm like, all right, sure. I was nervous as all get out, because I'm like anxiety. I've got like stage fright
Yeah.
almost. But I still agreed to it, and I started doing it, and nobody was showing up at all. And I was having a rough time, and it was like about 2 or 3 weeks into nobody showing up, even if we offered it on Zoom. And eventually, after talking to everybody that works there, I'm like, I'll give it a year, because that's another principle of the 12 steps that I was taught, is whenever you volunteer to do a meeting, you commit to a minimum of 1 year for that meeting. And I
Uh-huh.
told them, I was like, well, I'll give it a year. If this time, like October, November in 2022, if nobody's still showing up, then I might not do it anymore. Wouldn't you know, as soon as I had uttered that phrase, people started showing up. They started
Uh-huh.
trickling in. And, well, it's taken off. Well, recently, um, just yesterday, there was Giving Tuesday, where it's one way that nonprofits and other organizations, they use the holiday season as a way of fundraising. Well, Sage's Army, which that's the recovery organization, they had asked me to anonymously like write a couple sentences of how the organization had impacted me, so that they could use it in their Facebook post on Giving Tuesday. And I went there yesterday, and I was there most of the day, and they told me when my post was going to go live on Facebook, because they had scheduled like 12 posts to
Uh-huh.
post on the hour for fundraising. Well, yesterday evening, after I'd gone home and I looked, because I kept up on how much they were fundraising and stuff, my post out of Facebook, um, it had garnered the most donations in that form of fundraising that they did. And then not only did that happen, but also they used my quote in their very final email of the day that they sent out to everybody that's on their emailing list. And I don't know, but it felt so good. And it was weird because it's like nobody knows who that quote was from. And even as I'm talking about it, I'm very kind of vague about it because I have my own personal feelings. Like, I don't like recognition, and I feel like karma in the end will get me what I deserve when I do things in secret or I don't like boast about it, which is why
Yeah.
I'm being vague. Um, but the fact is like, instead of stealing money, instead of robbing people, instead of like conning the dope man for the next one, my words helped get funding for them to continue services to help other people that are in recovery or they're even still actively using.
Right.
Like, totally different. And I'm in the process of moving. That's a whole nother story. That happens on Friday.
And you're
Um,
sober right now?
yep, still sober and clean after everything I've been through. Um, and I'm moving
Yeah.
from an apartment that I was barely affording to now where I'll actually have money to do things and give back, so it's definitely been a major change and a completely different life than what it was 6 months ago, even.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. I know how much work you've been putting in. I have Brian's in our little group chat, you guys, and so I see when you go to work. I see when you get off. I see how you check in and let everybody know how your day's going, and so you're putting in the work. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's how you get recovery is by putting in the work. You're not waiting for anybody to hand it to you. You're going to your job. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're doing the damn thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was almost going to say, I'm trying, and I'm like, no, I'm
You're doing the
actually
damn thing.
doing it. Yeah.
You are doing it. Yeah, it's
Yep.
pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And your meeting, I'm so excited. So, how many people have been showing up?
Um, Roughly, it could go anywhere up to like 5 people.
Hey, that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, we have one guy that's constantly there, so
That's so awesome. I'm so proud of
yeah.
you, for real. I really am proud of you, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you to get moved into your new place because it looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Definitely, especially to get everything like once I get there and can unpack everything and get it all set up.
Yep. You're doing really good. I'm so happy for you. I know that feeling. 6 months is a huge accomplishment, too.
Yeah. It'll be 6 months on the 7th.
Oh, we're almost there, baby. We're almost there.
Yep.
What are you going to do for Christmas? Are you going to just hang out with yourself? Are you going to have a meeting and have some people over?
Um I'm I know for sure I'm gonna be cooking at home. Um but there's a chance that my friends that I spent Thanksgiving with, if the wife that I'm friends with, if her sister doesn't come, I'll probably go over there for a little bit, but probably just hop on a meeting or something on Zoom.
Well, that's awesome. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm very, very proud of you. I'm telling you, you come a long way, and I'm always going to be here to support you if you need me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know it. You know it. Do you got anything else you want to tell us?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. I love you. I'll put you off and then I'll bring the next person on, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right. Brian, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Keep up the good work. You know you
Thank
can
you.
always reach out to me if you need me, okay?
All right.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right. Heck yeah, Brian. If anybody else wants to come up and share maybe some things that you've accomplished in your sobriety, or if you're struggling and you want to talk about how you're feeling, you can come up and share that. We'll just have like an open table tonight, okay? Um, isn't that's so inspiring? Listen to me, you guys. Um, Brian, you inspire me. Like, that inspires me to keep on going. Um, Seeing you guys come up and get your 90 days, 6 months, a year, that makes me happy. It makes me smile because I'm like, I know exactly how you feel. Your life is coming back together. You know, you were broken and you were lost and now you're being put back together. Isn't it the best feeling in the whole wide world to be able to say, look at me, I'm moving into my own apartment, my life is changing, I got my family back, I got my friends back, I'm running my own meeting. Like, that's awesome. That is so amazing. um I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. That's a fucking good feeling. I know that's right. What's your question, Donna? You know I'm an open book girl. Bring us the question. What you got for me? You know what I wish you guys could do? I wish you guys could just say, talk to me through the live chats. That would be so cool. After you go through the withdrawal, how long does pause last? So I was reading about it today, and I'll show you guys. I read on here that it can last up to 2 years, but let's read together. Let's look it up together, okay? And then I've also heard other people that have experienced worse and longer. Okay, some of the most common post-acute withdrawal symptoms include insomnia or other sleep disturbances, irritability, aggression, hostility, anxiety or panic attacks, depression, impaired concentration, lack of enthusiasm or motivation, mood swings, fatigue or low energy, foggy thought process, poor memory, poor impulse control, or increased sensitivity to stress. Okay? I want to read right here. Okay, it says, to understand post-acute withdrawal, one must first understand the 2 stages of detox or withdrawal symptoms. The first stage of detox, acute withdrawal, is primarily physical withdrawal symptoms that can last from a few days up to 2 weeks. So acute withdrawal is anywhere from 2 or 3 days to 14 days. Acute withdrawal symptoms are the immediate or initial withdrawal symptoms that occur upon sudden cessation or rapid reduction of the use of addicted substances, including alcohol. Many people seek help through a medically supervised detox or by attempting to quit alone. Acute withdrawal can produce more dangerous health consequences, even life-threatening complications, if detox isn't completed in a supervised setting. This is especially true of individuals who are in the acute withdrawal stage of alcohol, benzodiazepines, and barbiturates, as these substances have increased risk of complications. The second stage of detox, known as post-acute withdrawal, pause, occurs as the brain recalibrates after active addiction. So, our brain has this balance called homeostasis. And when we put drugs and alcohol into our brain, that knocks our brain off of its balance, out of its homeostasis. So post-acute withdrawal, we're trying to get back, or at all withdrawal, we're trying to get back to homeostasis. Post-acute withdrawal symptoms typically last between 1 and 2 years. However, the severity and frequency of symptoms tend to dissipate as time goes by without the use of addictive substances. So, what I have noticed helps your post-acute withdrawal to go by quicker and to faster and to heal better is what you're doing. If you're working and you're going to therapy and you're focusing on helping others and doing your meetings, that helps to heal you. Okay? It's kind of like if you have a broken leg, right? And you got your cast on and it's time because your leg healed. If you get out there and you get your cast off and you start doing some physical therapy, then your leg you get back to normal quicker. If you just get your cast off and lay around the house and watch TV, then guess what? Then it's going to take longer for that to heal. So that, my friends, is how long post-acute withdrawal can last. Hey, Jamie. No, because I'm on my phone. If you want to come up and talk, though, you can come up and talk by being a guest. Hey, Tiff. What's up, girl?
Not much. So I was like gonna share about how I've been feeling like okay, so I just have a year sober, and like everyone was like, oh, when you're sober is when you start cravings and shit again, and like they're coming back. Shocking for me because I wasn't getting it last year. I've been on such a like, I guess like a pink cloud high or whatever. Just like loving life and things, and I've been like that for like a year because I've been like so proud of myself and like riding on that cloud, but like all of a sudden it's like
That's totally normal. When are you going to hit your year?
I already did. I just did.
Okay, that's totally normal. I think honestly, I have never heard of anybody who didn't have the cravings and the triggers that. Oh, she fell off. She'll be back. Tiffany, that's normal though. How many of you guys have hit your year and gone through the same thing where you start to feel like the itch? The itch. That's why it's so important, you guys, to get involved and get connected with other sober support. Okay. If you don't get some sober support, then you'll be susceptible to slipping up. You know what I mean? Here's the chat link. You can come up and ask your question, Jamie. I'm sorry that you can't call. I'm just on my phone. So if you call, then I won't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do it like that. So I'm sorry. But you're more than welcome to come up and share. So I think Tiffany got a phone call or something. So I'll go ahead and keep on saying what I was saying. Tiffany, if you're still on here and you're listening, I don't know if you have like a sponsor or another woman that here she comes. Okay, girl, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was telling you is that it's normal what you're going through. And do you have a sponsor or another woman that's like working with you as your like accountability partner or sponsor?
I have like a therapist that like I talk to all the time, but I really don't have like a sponsor. I don't know why you can't see me.
I don't know why either, but that's okay.
You can
I can hear you perfect. I really, really think that you should get like a girl that's in recovery to be like your sponsor or accountability partner or something like that. Because like you can talk to them and they understand what you're going through and they've been there before, you know? Like
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Whenever I got I think it was probably around like 9 months and I knew I was fixing to get my year, like I started feeling like this itch. I
Yeah.
literally 3 days before my 1 year sober birthday, I was having using dreams. I was waking up in the middle of the night sweating because it felt like I shot up in my dream.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like
You know,
I'm that like overwhelming and like those thoughts. You remember those thoughts where you'd be like, oh, well, if I spend this much money, like, do you know what I'm trying to think? Like those small little thoughts that like are bringing me back sometimes.
yeah.
But I luckily have this part in my brain right now that keeps telling me your kids are going to be so hurt. Your kids are going to be so hurt. And I like, thank God that something's in there talking to me and telling me that because it's needed. But I mean, yeah, I'd rather not feel this way. You know?
Not only would your kids be hurt, but you'll hurt yourself. Like,
Yeah.
girl, I don't think you have I don't think you have a going back out there in you.
No, I
You
don't.
know what I mean? Like, you could kill yourself. Think about this right now. Think
Yeah.
of all the fentanyl it's in cocaine. It's in basically everything that's powder, fentanyl is in. It's in pills now. And
Yeah.
so, with our luck,
Oh
we would
yeah.
go out there and go to relapse and get fentanyl and die. Or we wouldn't even die. We would be paralyzed for the rest of our life in a wheelchair. And,
Yeah.
that's what would happen to us,
Yeah.
So you are telling on your disease, and that's
Hello?
really important. Can you hear me?
I don't know, my phone. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
I can
You
hear
hear
you. Can
me?
you hear me?
I don't know what's up.
I hear you.
Oh.
Oh, there she goes. Let me see if Jamie's still there. Jamie, come on, honey. What you got for me? Or Jane?
Hello?
Is that Jane?
I
Hey,
spelled it
what's up?
wrong. I'm sorry. Hi.
Oh, it's okay.
So I am in a struggle with coming off of lorazepam and working with my psychiatrist. And I went to her wanting to switch over to Valium because I was dipping too much in my doses. And she agreed to switch me to Valium, but she wants to do a fast taper. And my body cannot handle that. Like, I want to do a slow taper, and I can't get her to convince her to do a slow taper with me. So I'm struggling. I don't know where to go. I've called addiction programs. They're like, we really don't help people get off benzos. We work with people with opiate addictions and alcohol. So I am just like, I
Where
don't
do
know
you
where to
live?
go. I live in Northwest Indiana.
Okay. Well, okay. So first of all, like, if I don't know why she wants to fast taper you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. Anything that I say right now is not medical advice. It's just my experience that I'm sharing with
Right.
you. Okay. But like, not tapering you and just like bringing you off really fast could be detrimental to your health. You could really, really go through a hard time that you could totally negate if she would just slowly taper you. I'll tell you that Dr. B, he works with tapering people off benzos, but we can only treat people that are in the state of California. We can't treat people across state lines.
Right.
So, but he can do like coaching with you if you want to. There's a 1-800 number. You can call me on that after we get off the live and I can tell you more about it. But I'll tell you this just here on the chat. Slowly is safe, and if she is not going to work with you and you want to find a physician in your area that works with you, I would look at psychologytoday.com. They have, like, that's what I would go through, and I would go through somebody that's a psychologist or psychiatrist that understands benzos, that will taper you nice and slow. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm looking for. And a lot of psychiatrists that I've called in my area are booked out. I have so many pills. The only thing I can think of is like, I want a reporter. Because she's like, you can actually get off of, I'm on 1 milligram of lorazepam, I'm down to. She's like, you can actually get off right now. Yeah, I could get off, but does she not understand how much pain I will be in?
No, that she doesn't. And I'm gonna tell you, like, in my experience, just from talking with people online and answering the phones, like, a lot of these doctors don't understand, like, how much damage that benzos cause people. A lot of them totally, like, say to their patients, like, the patient will come in and say, I'm hurting, I'm having this withdrawal, this is happening, and they'll say, no, you're not. No, you're not. That's not the benzos. And it's like every person that calls, it tells me the same story. They're having things like ringing in the ears, stomach issues, burning skin, super, like, all of a sudden heart palpitations, and they'll tell their doctor about it, and their doctor will say, that's not from the benzos. Well, what else is it from then?
Right.
You know?
I since I was having a hard time getting in with the psychiatrist, I called a family doctor, and I went and talked to them today, and they basically turned me away because what happened was in 2014 I got addicted from lorazepam. I went into an outpatient program. They got me on Valium. They helped me. They're no longer around. So now it's 7 years later. This happened to me again, but it happened very quickly. I was having trouble sleeping and high anxiety. It wasn't even like a few weeks, and I was already interdosing in withdrawal. And
Uh-huh.
she's like, "There's no way your body could be addicted already." I'm like, "Yeah, if you read literature on it, it does happen to people."
Well, the main thing that, if I were you, is I would really try to find another doctor, because it's not like a hard thing to just work with you slowly. and taper you.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like a rushed process. All it would be is her seeing you like what, monthly, and even so like what I experienced when I've tried to taper, I'm tapering off of a medication also, is with my doctor, the medication that I'm tapering off of, it's not a benzo, but he tapered me down 2 milligrams. It's an opioid. It's Suboxone.
Okay.
He tapered me down 2 milligrams every 90 days. So what I would do is I went from 12 to 10, and I stuck at 10 for 90 days. And then I went back and I went from 10 to 8 and stayed at 8 for 90 days. And then I went back, and it was like really, really slow. But with like benzos, since it's like the milligrams are different, it would be like if you were on 1 milligram, it would be like taking away a tenth of that. Like instead of taking away, you wouldn't go down to half a milligram or 0.25, you go down to like 0.175 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And stay at that for like over 30 days, because what I have noticed for me at least is that whenever I was tapering, it takes my body at least like 14, almost 21 days to like really get stable to where I feel like I'm like balanced out again after my drops. You know what I mean?
Right. I am
But
watching that. But I made the mistake of telling her that I wanted to taper, and she just went into this panic and started cutting my prescription and leaving me with very few pills to where I can take this and go do it on my time. So the only thing I can think of is we have a hospital that has I don't know what you call it, like a inpatient psych ward. I feel like going in there and having a consultation and seeing if they can get me with a doctor real quick who will work with me better than her.
Yeah, you could go in there. I'll tell you, like the detoxes places like that, they're like only 5 to 7 days, if that, in the medical detoxes. So, because that's what happens to a lot of patients that call that are needing to detox off drugs, and one of the drugs is benzos, is a lot of the detox places won't take them because they can't keep them long enough to really get them off benzo safely.
Right. I'm seeing that. So I also heard that, coming off benzos, it's not good to go into like rehabs for that because they can't keep you long enough. It takes time. I don't know why this doctor is being like this with me. It was shocking. I almost wanted to cry when I left her office. I didn't know what to say.
Well, don't be upset. Don't cry, because you know what? You got to stay positive. Okay. Like one of the things that I also notice with people that are trying to come off benzos is that they're either like catastrophizing it, which I totally understand. I would be freaking out, but like you have to control yourself from doing that, because that's only going to make it 100% worse. And also watching people, like going online and looking up people's withdrawals and stuff like that. Don't do that either, because that will just compound it, and it'll plant that seed of doubt within your mind. So what you got to focus on is, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to kick benzo's asses to the curb and stay super positive, because your mind is literally so much of it. Like, I swear to God, if you were in jail right now, it's like when you take yourself away from it and you can't get it, it's like our mind helps so much because it's so psychological too. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that benzo withdrawal is not real, because it is, but the mind is so powerful that if you can keep yourself in a positive state of mind, it will change your life. It'll help you throughout that process.
Thank you. That's helpful. And it's hard to get there, and I did spend time watching other people's withdrawals and going online, and you're right, that's just freaking me out even more.
It scares you. And because here's the thing, you are not them. Every single person is different. Everybody's body is different. Who knows? You might start your taper and start doing slow and doing low, and then easy does it, and then hey, I'm okay. I'm doing this. I'm going to be all right. And I promise you, if you keep yourself focused on you and what you're doing for your taper, and focused on positive gratitude, hanging out with your girlfriends, go for a walk in the evening, get some vitamin D. If you got kids or family that you can spend time with that will be there to support you, that will make a huge difference too.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all your help, and I love watching your show, and you do great work, Nicole. Thank you for being a blessing and a savior for many of us. It really helps us, and I hope you know that.
Well, I really love doing it, and I'll be here to help you anytime I can. I know I'm not like a doctor or anything, but I try to offer like moral support and at least like my own experience to help out. You know what I mean?
And that helps tremendously. So thank you.
If you need to call me, you can give me a call after I end the live stream, and I'll try to help you with somebody in Indiana. Maybe if we can look through the online Psychology Today website to see if we can find somebody on there or something. Okay?
I'd appreciate that. So I just called this 1-800 number up here.
Yeah, that comes to my phone.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you
Okay?
so much.
You're
All right.
welcome. I'll talk to you later. Okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you so much for coming up here, girl. We really appreciate you for coming up, and I hope that I'll be able to help you find somebody in your state that will be able to work with you. Eli says, withdrawal for me made me stronger, and I learned essential mental survival mechanisms in the process. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right. Pauline says, just remember, when it's over, it's over. Amen, sister. Sonia says, unfortunately, they are doctors that obviously just took a class to prescribe a medication. Yeah. When you finally feel mostly normal, it's epic. I like that, epic, Eli. My son says that all the time. Assignment of the week. When you wake up, think positive right off the bat and stay that course throughout the day. Oh, I gotta show y'all something. I gotta get this. Hold on. It's in my room and my husband's asleep. So hold on just a second. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, I thought he was asleep. He's not in here. Okay. I gotta show y'all something. Hey, babe. Neil? Neil. Hold on. Are you down here? What are you eating? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. All right. I just saw you went out there and I called you and you didn't answer me. I thought he ran out on me, y'all. I thought he ran out on me and escaped. I'm just playing. Okay. I want to show you all this. Okay. So I am going to be doing these journals with people. And if you want one, you have to email me. They're $10. Email me here. Okay, there's my email. Okay. If you want one, it's $10, and I will personalize this for you and send you your own pen to write with it and your own bookmark to go with it. So this is the intentions and reflections journal. Okay, so it starts out and it says your life can be whatever you want it to be. You are in charge. Let this book serve as a style guide for that life, one that you design according to your desire and your values. Each page provides a chance to think about and build who you want to be in the world. Let your best self shine. So, page 1 says, this is our intentions for page 1. It says sunrise, current mood. Then you would fill out your current mood. I put cheerful and ready. And then it says start of the day. What are your goals for the day? I said clean upstairs and downstairs, do my makeup with TikTok, and make the kids special Christmas treats. Then the next question is, how can I make today enjoyable? Do my makeup with TikTok, spend time with my son, and spend time with my husband. Number 3 says, today I'm looking forward to, and I said, being a mom, showing Nate's friends a good time because he had a little friend get together today. And then last it says, what can I do to be my best self today? And so I was focusing on health. And so I put drink lots of water, 8 glasses, which I did, take a walk, which I did, and wrap some presents, which I did. Okay. And then the evening time is where we reflect. So the morning is us setting our intention, and the evening is reflecting. The email is right here, you guys. I'm putting it in the chat. Send me your what you need to do if you email me is send me your name, whether you want the color pink or the color peach and navy blue, or pink and green. Okay, $10. So it says, end of the day, current mood, thankful and content. What did I do well today? Spent time with my hubby, bought my son the stocking stuffers, had my son's friends over, and met my goals. Number 3, what brought me joy today? Seeing my son so happy to have his 2 best friends over. And number 3, I am grateful for, now this is where we're reflecting. I'm grateful for my family on TikTok, my fam, my job, my hubby's job, and my recovery. And so that is the reflection part. So intention, reflection, and we're going to do this every morning together and every evening together. So the color choices are peach and navy blue, or the other one is light baby pink and this like seafoam green. So all you have to do is email me and tell me what color you want, and tell me, and then I'll send you my PayPal or whatever. Now, the books, when I buy them, the books are $5 plus tax, so they're like $6 something. But then I'm also going to buy the pens. I'm going to personalize it with your name, and then I have to pay for shipping. So I just said $10 even will be fine. Okay. And so they're really nice. They have a good solid cover on them, you know, and I thought that was so cool. Do you like that? No, that includes shipping. That's everything, you guys. So $10. I'm not going to be making anything on it. I'll just be breaking even, but it's still cool. Okay. I thought that would be cool. So if y'all want one, just send me an email and I'll personalize it. I'll send you your own pen and a little special bookmark with some encouraging words on it. Okay. And I'm also going to write you a message right here on the inside. So every time you open it up, you'll see the words from me. Okay. So just email me and I will send you guys all one. That's right. We got to all check on each other and hold each other accountable, you know? Well, I mean, I'm not trying to get over on people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to send a little bit more, you're more than welcome to. But I know right now it's the holidays and I don't want anybody to be struggling. You know what I mean? But when I found these journals, like I was so excited. There's so many of them at the store I went to. I'm going back tomorrow and I'm going to get a whole bunch of them for you guys. So yeah, I'm excited. Every person that emails me, just tell me if you want the pink and the green or the peach and the blue, your name, your address, and then I will send you back my PayPal. Okay. And I will get it right out to you. Brian, if you order one, that means you are probably going to get your purse and this at the same time, because I'll just put it all in one package. But yeah, I thought that was a cool idea, don't y'all? So anyways, I wish what I could do, this is what I wish I could do. I wish that I could just buy all of them out of the store. Like, oh, here's my email. I wish I could buy all of them out of the store and just make them mine, you know? There you go. I do. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, honey? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. We're glad to have you. Everybody welcome Lisa to the chat. We're just talking about intentions and reflections. So now let's do a gratitude, let's do a meditation together, you guys. First of all, what are you guys grateful for? I want you to list 3 things that you're grateful for this evening, and I'm going to get us a meditation, okay? Okay. It's going to be a recovery meditation. Is that okay with you guys? Okay, here we go. Hey, Recovery Talk. What's up, girl? That's okay, Brian. It's okay. I'll stick it in there for you, okay, babe? Because I'm proud of you, and you need to have one of these books because it's important to have your intentions set for each morning. Health, husband, having a roof over my head, and food in my stomach. These are all things that weren't good while in active addiction. Exactly, Christian. Hell yeah. God, my life today, my hubby, and my family. When I reflect back on what my life was like in active addiction, it's like I can't help but be grateful. I can't help but have a huge smile on my face because where I've come from today, from back then till today, it's like night and day, you know? Bittersweet opportunities to be humble. That's awesome, Eli. Okay, here we go. Are y'all ready? Today's Wednesday. Okay, meditation for today. I'm thankful for the safety of my babies. It's so dangerous these days. I worry so much. I'm pretty sure I prevented them from danger yesterday. I know it's scary. I'm grateful for my mom, my peace of mind, and my health. Gotta fuck, listen to this. Last year, me and Nate were at Walmart, and I was literally videoing. I'm so glad I was video cameraing because I was on TikTok Live last year. And it was this time last year, and there was this guy that drove by so slow, and he kept looking at my son. And he drove by the first time, and I ignored it. The second time, I ignored it. 3 times he drove by. He was casing us out. I ran. I grabbed my son. I held him. I picked him up at 6 years old. I picked him up and I ran into the store. Okay, here we go. I'm grateful for Sage's Army, my recovery, and those that support me in my journey to become a different person. Amen. I'm grateful for my mom, my peace of mind, and my health. Absolutely. Having sympathy and compassion for all who are in temptation, a condition which we are sometimes in, we have a responsibility towards them. Sympathy always includes responsibility. Pity is useless because it does not have a remedy for the need. But wherever our sympathy goes, our responsibility goes too. When we are moved with compassion, we should go to the one in need and bind up his wounds the best we can. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have sympathy for those in temptation. I pray that I may have compassion for others' trials. Amen. So I like that because it was saying basically that with sympathy, we have a responsibility towards them. And that having pity on somebody, that's useless. Having sympathy on somebody, we can help them find a solution. And that's what we do here in recovery. We help each other find solutions, because we can all each one of us can relate to the other and what we've been through. I gotta go pee, y'all. Hold on just a second. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Sorry about that, guys. My stomach just started bubbling. Ooh, y'all already know. Becoming a better person is a beautiful thing. When we pray together, it makes it more powerful. Stand united in the solution and help guide those that are the fault. Absolutely. Okay. Look what I got, you guys. Y'all know I love these. Y'all know I love these. Y'all know how I feel about these. Oh, these feel good. Oh. So, I know a lot of you guys that are watching or that have watched my replays are going through benzo problems. I know a lot of people have been calling the 1-800 number for Dr. B lately. And I just want you guys to know that I came off benzos cold turkey in 2015. And I want you to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, I know it feels like you are not going to get anywhere. I know it feels horrible right now, but I want you to know that if I can get through it and I'm okay, you can see me, I'm a normal human being again, then it's going to take a minute, but you're going to make it through this. And I just want to give encouragement to those of you guys that are going through benzo withdrawal or any kind of withdrawal. I know how you feel. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me. All I can do is share with you my experience, but I will do the best I can to do that. Grateful for having God in my life, my husband, my stepdaughter. That is my daughter. She calls me mom because her mom abused her. Oh, Donna, you're so amazing. If any of you guys want to come up and share before we go to bed, you can. There's the link right there. So, today I was really, really upset. I was really discouraged, you guys. I didn't even think I was going to come on tonight because I've just been having a hard time. I'm getting a lot of just trolls, Isn't it very dangerous to come off benzos? Absolutely. Absolutely, Amy. It really is. And I was cut off in a treatment center, cold turkey. Cold turkey. It was horrible. Grateful for my B family, children, and grandchildren. Heck yeah, Kay. How many of you guys are excited for Christmas to get together? How many of you guys have family you're going to get together with? It's extremely dangerous, Amy. And honestly, they should have never, ever done that. They should have known and they should have tapered me. But they were very upset with me because I was taking benzos behind their back and lying about it. So it was a bad deal. Yeah, it was not a good thing. Did everybody that wanted to share get to share? I hope so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get off here, you guys, and go lay down with Nathaniel because he's sleeping. I'm excited about Christmas, but I'm also not because I'm sick of feeling obligated to travel to my family. We did it for 6 years and now they expect it, so it's hard. Christian, I want you to understand something, and I know how you feel, sister. You do not have to travel out there, okay? If it makes you feel uncomfortable and you're not happy doing it, then don't do it, sweetheart. Set that boundary. Let this be your first Christmas that you don't have to do that. We talked about this the other day on a holiday live stream that I did. You're not obligated to be miserable. Is it somewhere that you're going to be uncomfortable with people you don't want to be around? Grateful for my beautiful family, spouse, children, and grandchildren. Amen. We are not obligated to go and be tortured. I'll tell you all something right now. Listen to this. I tell my husband this all the time. My mother-in-law, I love her to death, but I will not go around my sister-in-law because she has just been so hateful to me and my husband. So I just avoid her like the plague. And I'm not going to go around somebody who has been nothing but ugly and mean to me ever since years now, I want to set the boundary, but I feel bad because my parents only have me due to my other two siblings being unreliable right now. I love being around them. I'm just sick of not ever spending a holiday at home. Why don't you see if your mom and dad will come to your house this holiday? make a compromise. I'm going to head off. Bye, Brian. Hit me up later, baby. Love ya. Exactly. Live stream them to the house. That's a good option to do. Do you know what I'm saying, Christian? Maybe they could come to your house and y'all could do Christmas at your house for once. You know? She won't travel to me because she doesn't leave her dad, which I understand. But man, it's hard having it all on me. I do understand. I'll tell you this. I go to my mom's house every holiday that I can because honestly, I'm going to tell you all this right now. I don't know what I'm going to do when my mom and dad aren't here anymore. My parents, I feel like I wasted so much time in active addiction, running away from them, hiding out, not wanting to go over there because I was high. And I feel like whenever they leave and they go to heaven, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was talking to my sister yesterday and I was like, what are we going to do when mom and dad aren't here anymore? And my sister's like, you're going to figure it out. You're the oldest. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do because my mom is like amazing. She is, hey, James, what's up, baby? She's like amazing cook. This Christmas, we're having enchiladas. And so since I'm going to my parents' house for Christmas, you know what that means? That means I'm going to be filming. I always film when we go over to my family's house because my family doesn't mind being on camera. Yeah. I don't mind. I actually enjoy going to my mom's because, like I said, my mom takes care of me. She like babies me and loves on me and lets me lay in the bed and she'll watch Nate for me so I can like actually relax. And because, my mom's in another part of Arkansas, so she doesn't see my son all the time. So when we do go over there, she like makes it special. You know what I mean? I hope so. I can cook a turkey like pretty good. I did one. I remember the first year I was sober, we did Christmas here because my mom and dad were still in New York, and I did amazing. Even my sister said I did. And just so you guys know, this January, we're all going to lose weight together. So be prepared. I'm almost cured from my hepatitis C, so I have no excuses. I'm going to get this weight off of me. We're going to start doing healthy eating. I'm going to be cooking on here. I've not really celebrated Christmas since I lost my daughter, but this year I actually wanted to put a tree up, and that's because my grandbabies are back in my life after 2 years of not getting to see them. Amy, that's something to celebrate, my girl. Debbie, she is amazing. My mama is the same way. I love being with her. Just traveling 4 hours with 2 dogs is stressful. And then, of course, we are juggling a family so we are just riding the whole time we are home. Oh, 4 hours. I know. Yeah, that is hard, baby. I understand. I do understand about that. I would say, Mom, how about I do every other Christmas? You know what I mean? Just so you guys don't have to drive every Christmas. I understand though. I totally understand. My mom is about a 45-minute to an hour drive, so I bitch about that. I really do. But roll call. I'm a big old Caucasian. Yeah, we have so much planned for everybody in January, you guys. And I'm gonna, just so you guys know, in March, I'm going to Florida to spend a week with Nick. And so I'm fixing to bump up production. He's going to help me too. My best friend Nick needs me. So I'm going to go down there and stay with him for a week. Me and Nate are for spring break. And I'm going to take y'all to the ocean with me. It's going to be epic. So anyways, I love you guys. I'm going to go lay down. Okay. I love you guys. I'm tired. You got it, Christian. Anytime, girl. I'm always here to help you, okay? Florida, so my friend lives, oh gosh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what part he lives in. I'm going to the part that he lives in, though. I know that. He lives in West Florida, I think is what he told me. I have to figure it out. When I figure it out, I will tell you guys exactly where we're going. Really, Amy? I'm so proud of you for getting her back. You should be proud of yourself. Every single one of y'all need to be proud of yourselves, okay? So, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, okay? I love y'all. Was supposed to get a tooth pulled today. Just canceled last minute. Love how they can do it to you, but if you cancel last minute, you get... Really, Super Strike? What happened? Why did they cancel on you? What tooth were you supposed to get pulled? That's not cool. Was it a cavity tooth? Because that needs to get taken care of, and that's not cool. I love you too, guys. If you wanted to get a journal, don't forget it's $10. You can email me right here, and I'm going to get them tomorrow. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great, great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.